Liposuction, we all basically know what it is, but did you know it's been around for nearly 40 years? And thanks to technology, it's come a long way since then. And Dr. Bill Johnson of Innovations Medical is here to bring us up to date. Hi, Bill.
Good morning.
I had no idea liposuction was such an old innovation. I kind of thought it was like a recent technology.
That's a pretty common. I mean, when liposuction came in, we were listening to 8-track tapes and working on typewriters, and there was no such thing as a cell phone or a personal computer.
I can't imagine life back then.
We all drove American-made cars and were happy with 10, 12 miles a gallon because we didn't mind too much because we were paying less than $1 a gallon for gas.
Yeah, and so things have obviously changed way since then.
Lots of changes.
But, okay, some of them not so good, but the good news is liposuction has changed a lot. It's not that antiquated kind of technology anymore.
Yeah, I think the most important advance has been tumescent liposuction because it's allowed liposuction to be done under local anesthesia, patient awake, in the office, reduces the cost a great deal. The tumescent solution also has medication in it that helps reduce the bruising and the bleeding, so much so that nowadays, even cases that are done under general anesthesia, there's usually a little tumescent fluid added in order to reduce the bruising and the bleeding afterwards.
So there's a lot of good news here. I mean, the cost is better, the technology is better because it's more effective, but also there's more comfort and less downtime for that patient.
Less downtime. And, you know, on the more effective part, powered liposuction was another big advance. We use what's called vibration-assisted liposuction. The original cannulas were pretty large, and if you look at old liposuctions, the incisions were up to about 1 inch wide. And they had to have that to get the cannula in and out, lots of back and forth. With power assisted, we use an incision that's about 1/4 inch. And so we can use smaller cannulas, and yet we still get out more fat. And the early liposuction is a little prone to rippling and dimples, and with the motion created by the cannulas, it helps prevent that. So we see a lot less rippling, a lot less dimpling than some of the original techniques.
You don't want that wrinkling and dimpling, do we?
No, it's not a good thing.
Let's talk about laser liposuction. How important is that?
Well, I think laser liposuction is an important advance that's happened in just the last few years. When we use a laser like Smartlipo, which we use in the office, biggest advance is it tightens the skin. Yes, it melts the fat, and a lot has been made of that, but that's really not the important feature. The important feature of laser liposuction is getting that skin tightening, and that has also helped contribute to being a much smoother result and a lot less dimpling and rippling than the original liposuction.
And even an extension from Smartlipo and how far liposuction has come is that fat transfer.
Yeah, I think over time, when we're looking back at this in another 40 years, we're going to say the biggest advance that happened was fat transfer. Already, it's probably one of the most rapidly growing areas of cosmetic medicine because in so many cases, it's just a natural filler. It started on the face, and we can see some facial fat transfers here. And it's just the perfect filler because in most cases, that's what we've lost from our cheeks, from our lips, around our eyes. And so when we put it back, it looks natural, it feels natural, it doesn't give us a drawn or cat-like look that's so common. And nowadays, we're also doing it on the breasts, where we call it natural breast augmentation, or on the buttocks, where we're calling it Brazilian lift, and we can get an increase in buttock size and shape.
I call it the Kim Kardashian. That's
there you go. And so it's really going to be, I think, over time, the biggest advance in liposuction since its introduction.
Well, we've come a long way, baby, haven't we?
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for the update on liposuction. If you want even more information, you can go to that great website, innovationsmedical.com, or give Bill a call, 972-331-8844, and you can have a consultation. And if you have questions, as always, just drop Bill Johnson an email at questions@innovationsmedical.com.